What is going on, guys? My name is Shakur and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. If you guys are just now coming to my channel, then welcome. Today's video is going to be about how much money I make overseas right now, currently in the Air Force active duty Air Force. I don't know why I said it like that. Really quick, guys, I've been a minute as usual. That's on brand for me now. I have actually had the time to finally get all my materials together. As far as building my computer, I have been building my computer. It took me a minute, but it's finally done. As you can see in the background, it also changes colors here. I'm just gonna show you guys really quick and then we'll get into the video. This right here is mid-tower Ryzen 7 computer I have here inside. A beautiful fan that is protecting my Ryzen 7 and 1 terabyte hard drive. It took me hours to make this thing, but it is finally done. I am so happy. With that being said, let's just jump right into the video, y'all, because I know y'all want to know the details, all that yapping. Here we go. So with all that being said, I know y'all probably wondering, like, what is the status of the Air Force as far as like pandemic that's going on, how much I'm getting paid. There's a lot of factors that contributes to my pay as of right now. First, let me start by saying I do have a copy of my LES, which is my leave and earning statement. For you guys that do not know, I am an E3 in the Air Force, which is Airman First Class. Pretty soon I'm actually going to be a senior airman within like 2 months. I don't know how. Man, that flew by. But yes, I'm going to break down my LES, which tells me everything I get paid. I'm also gonna say I do not get paid what typical A1Cs make. Hawaii is a weird place. For those of you who do not know, I am currently stationed in Hawaii. I have been making a decent amount of money, a really good amount of money compared to what typical A1Cs make. Right now I'm looking at my entitlements. Right now, if you look at my leave and earning statement I have here, you can see my base pay, my BAS, BAH, and my COLA. Now, the base pay, technically I'm supposed to be making around $2,042. That is technically the base pay for how much I'm supposed to get paid, but it's obviously not that much once you take out taxes, and we're gonna get into the deductions and all that as well. Moving on to the next one. BAS is base allowance salary. Oh, I can't even remember. Base allowance sustenance. I think that's how you say it. I had to look on Google. I look on Google how to say it. It's to offset the cost of food because Hawaii is expensive, y'all. It gets very expensive here. I don't know if I could live here just because of the cost. So that's another thing, which is why I get paid $372, and that is how much I get paid for food. Technically, for most A1Cs my rank, that money is usually gets taken out of your paycheck anyways, for if you were in the DFAC or if you're on meal card. So technically that money isn't typically goes to my paycheck for typical A1Cs, but in my case, the only reason why I'm getting paid $372 added to my paycheck is because around, what was it, like over a year ago, a DFAC that was right by me had closed for constructions, and they just decided to just keep the money in my pocket for my paycheck, which I'm very fortunate about because I did not want that to be opted out. So that is the reason why I'm getting paid that much. In general, that is not what typical A1Cs would make. That money would be taken out your paycheck. Base allowance housing, obviously I'm in the dorms. These are not even actual like Air Force dorms. The Air Force dorms on the Hickam side are typically bigger. These ones are extremely small, and these are Navy barracks. I'm not paid that much to live in these dorms. You know, they're not taking as much. So you can see they have me $7.80 onto my bank account just for living in the Air Force barrack or Navy barracks. If you go down my COLA, that is basically the amount of money that I get just for being overseas. My COLA is kind of similar to my base sustenance thingy thing, but it's only because, like I said, it's basically to hold me. It helps me live in Hawaii because, again, things are very expensive. Usually you will have COLA if you're overseas, which is why a lot of people want to get stationed overseas to get that extra money in their pocket. And usually when you're on a deployment, that's when you get extra money as well. You don't typically get COLA if you are like stateside. That money is not something that usual A1Cs or any other airman would typically get. So that's technically why you make a little bit more money being overseas, basically. So yeah, if you subtract that $300-something from my base pay, that's typically around the amount a typical airman would make. So actually, if you subtract both, is a little bit less. Airmen don't really get paid all that much. Like I said, the BAS, just to summarize, the BAS is that money that typically gets taken out for your food. The COLA is also helps you out in a little bit too. So BAS is for food, COLA is just to survive overseas, especially with how expensive it is. All together, I make about $2,759 roughly before taxes. I wish I was getting paid that much. I wish, bruh. Like, moving on to the deductions. So you guys see, obviously, so for my deductions, obviously federal taxes $186, Social Security is $126, Medicare $29, SGLI $25, state taxes $66. That's only because I live in New York State. Yours might be less, but mine is usually typically I guess higher because my stuff is in New York State basically. Traditional TSP, Roth TSP. Your TSP is basically your retirement savings plan, which is something you'll set up when you're at basic training. You can always change it, but I have it set to take a certain amount out of my paycheck. You definitely want to do that. Basically, your traditional TSP is the money that is going to be taxed. Money that's going to be taxed for your retirement. Your Roth TSP is the money that's already taxed. That's going to go to a separate account for your retirement plan. So there are two different plans, and you can always change those in your MyPay when you actually go in and you become a military member to change that amount, how much is getting taken out. And then you have obviously the mid-month pay, the $1,061. That is money that is being taken out, I guess, total. I guess that's the total amount. That's the money you'll see after the deductions, I guess. So it kind of calculates it. I'm not even sure. But if you look at below the total, out of that $2,759 that I technically make, deducted from that is $1,577. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, you think I'd be making all this money. Sometimes you don't make all that money. So also you get that money that you can also set a certain amount to be taken out of your paycheck automatically. If you look over to my next thing, allotments, I have my bank account set up to take out $110 and put into another account, just so I don't see that money and I don't you know, do crazy things with it. Obviously, like spend more money on things I don't need. So basically that's essentially it, guys. And you look on the right, $2,759. Total amount deducted is $1,577. Allotment, and after all that is said and done, my paycheck every 2 weeks is approximately $1,071, and that is the total after everything. So that is how much I technically get made. Make every 2 weeks from the Air Force. So thank you for that. You guys wanted the hot tea, and that was the tea for that, so y'all are welcome. And then, so for if you guys are wondering about the retirement stuff, typically they match that too. So like, obviously what it means is any percentage you decide to get taken out your paycheck, they kind of like match that price. So for me, I get 2% for my Roth and 2% for my traditional savings plan from my paycheck. So that is typically how much I make, guys. And obviously I am about my business, so me making this money is really nice. Along with the pandemic that's going on currently right now, some people are wondering if military members actually get a paycheck. And thankfully I did get a stimulus package mailed to me via my direct deposit. So when I woke up that day, I got paid like twice, and that was nice. That is something that was really nice. I don't know how long they plan on doing that stimulus package plan for military members or people in general, but that's something that was pretty nice, added onto my paycheck. Aside from that as well, guys, you know that I am starting my business. It was supposed to be launching now. That is some other income that I have going on the side, along with, you know, my regular paycheck, obviously. And then occasionally I do like DoorDash or Grubhub, whatever you want to call it, Bite Squad. That is generally everything, guys. I hope you guys really like this video. I really can't think of anything else that I'm missing. Please do not rob me. Please, like, do not take my money. Do not hack me.
Give me your fucking money!
Okay, please. I don't make a significant amount of money, but I am living very comfortable as an A1C. And obviously, once I do promote to a senior airman, that's like an extra $200 or whatever, or $100, something like that. But also, actually, I almost forgot, since my 2-year anniversary just passed around April, it's been a hot minute since I talked to y'all since then. April 11th was my anniversary, so the Air Force do pay you a certain amount of uniform credit. you choose to buy a uniform with that or use that money to buy a new uniform or not, up to you. But I did get paid $400 added to my paycheck anniversary. So appreciate you guys for watching this video. I can't think of anything else to add. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down below. I'm alive and running, so that's pretty much it. Please give a like down below if you guys like this video. Share it. Don't let this video flop. And I think that's all. I will see you guys later. Peace, hunty. Flips hair.